And I'm gonna say it right here.
So you going?
That is the verse of the year. Up to this point.
Whoa. See that's the type of shit that be.
What's better?
That's the type of shit that be
Throw it
bugging.
out.
The Rap Roundtable.
King's Disease 2 has shut the culture down. Everyone, from I would say the all age demos, everyone is talking very nicely about this project. So, as usual, when Nas comes out, I proceed to get out the way. I'm gonna let.
Why would that be?
Before you get in the way.
Before I get in the way,
Yeah.
well played. Sid, leave me alone, bro. I'm giving you the. Matter of fact, Dini, how you feel about King's Disease 2,
Don't
bro?
do that to me, bro.
Snatched
Go ahead,
it.
Dini. Just send one to play.
Since you want to play around. I think it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's better than part 1, and I thought part 1 was beautiful.
Interesting.
Oh, Dini, hot take off the rip.
All right, so I think the way he
Doing a podcast here.
the way he basically incorporated old school concepts with new school concepts for this album is immaculate. Hit Boy showed up. Nas showed up, and they showed up for part 1, but they showed up and showed out for part 2 though. The wordplay, the Nas in the pocket, there's vibey joints, there's a trappy Philly joint. Like I still like most of the time you hear that type of barmanship from people, that type of skill, it's usually a little boring. No offense, you know what I'm saying? To the hardcore rappers in that sense. But he channeled everything into a way that it's captive, even for a younger audience, bro.
Okay.
It's I love what he did with the album.
Sound like you saying it's flawless, my brother.
I didn't say flawless. I said it's beautiful.
Okay,
though.
okay. I was reaching there.
Come on,
I'm
man.
doing my job,
I
baby.
love something I think is perfect. It's beautiful though.
What's some of your favorites?
Store Run,
Crazy.
YKTV with A Boogie and YG. The shit with Lauryn Hill was amazing.
Demi D, how do you feel about Nas? Because you're not gonna
Damn.
accent. How do you feel about Nas?
Nas is one of my favorite rappers. So it's dope. I'm gonna go with the first one is better though.
I like it.
Okay.
Maybe a couple more spins, but it's dope though. I like
like
the
it.
concepts.
All right, son, I'm gonna get out your way, bro.
Yeah, I like
Free
the
lane.
concepts. I feel like with this, he's showing that he's pretty much one of the best ever.
Yo,
Absolutely.
That was in question.
to
I mean, to some people, not to me.
Yeah. Which leads into my point. Last year, when King's Disease 1 came out, I talked to a lot of y'all out there, and I said, I'm gonna need some written apologies from a lot of Nas haters. So now y'all owe 2 apologies. Because this album, like back to back, like listen, 47 years old, 27 years after his immaculate debut.
this nigga wore a shirt.
Absolutely. You knew I was going to. You knew I was going to. Cassette tape on deck. Nas is still giving you magnificence. And y'all need to appreciate
Quality.
So like if you still fronting on son, if you still hating, I don't know what to tell you, man, about this. First of all,
Let's talk about the music, bro.
like Dini said, Hit Boy, 2 for 2 with Nas. I don't know what it is that, I mean, yeah, Hit Boy has dope production, he has dope beats, but there's something else. There's a connection there between the two that's really coming through on the music, because it's not just the fact that Hit Boy is giving Nas dope beats. Nas sounds reinvigorated.
Yeah.
So there's something about the relationship there. I don't know if it, like the hip hop talk that they have in between records or during the sessions or whatever, but they're channeling something together. And you can hear it in Nas's delivery, in his rhymes. He's more present.
Think it's the in studio vibe that's doing that?
I think that's definitely part of it. And I've said for a long time that like not enough people, not enough artists, not enough producers and artists work together in the studio anymore.
Some people bring
You know what I
things
mean?
out of you though,
Of course. But like, it's one thing to like get a beat sent to you and you hear it and you're like, all right, this is dope, I'm gonna do what I do. But it's another thing if the producer's right there next to you and maybe they start talking about, this is what I was thinking, a feeling when I was making it, and then you vibe off of that, and then you have a conversation and y'all vibe off each other. I feel like that's what's going on between Hit Boy and Nas. I actually read somebody on Twitter say something very interesting, which is that they weren't a huge fan of Hit Boy's beats or production, but they're a fan of what Hit Boy is bringing out of Nas. And that's, that's very prevalent.
That's fair.
Do your thing. One more thing. I'm gonna need one more apology.
Oh boy. For me? Oh, okay.
I'm looking at that man right over there.
Okay.
For you know what for. Ever doubting the queen of hip hop.
Who doubted her, bro?
Lauryn Hill.
Who doubted her, bro?
Lauryn Hill.
Who doubted her, though, bro?
You gonna
the fuck are you talking about?
You gonna sit up there and lie to my face?
Okay, what the fuck are you talking about?
Where did I doubt her? Give me in what way did I doubt her?
You have never said one good thing about Lauryn Hill, bro.
You really haven't, bro.
What?
You really haven't, bro.
I don't give mad respect to the score?
You really haven't, bro. On wax? We record this podcast
on the score, and then that's it.
That's her real rap album.
I'm gonna call you out right now. This is the type of shit. This type of shit I hate from Dini.
Let's go.
Dini leads with the slander, and then when we shoot back, then you show love. And I say, I always show love. No, nigga, your lead jab is always the Laura slander. Keep it a band.
Nah.
It's not slander. It's honesty. It's keeping it a buck.
No.
And then people see that as slander.
This
you know what I'm
is Dini's
saying?
move.
Okay.
He'll say one good thing and follow it with 5 bad things,
Right.
and then when we run it back, he's like, nah, but I said that one good thing. That was love, bro.
If a person knows how to shoot jump shots and they can't do nothing else, bro, I'm gonna acknowledge the fact they know how to shoot a jumper,
20 years, and I'm gonna say it right here.
So you going?
That is the verse of the year. Up to this point,
whoa! See that's the type of shit that be.
What's better?
That's the type of shit that be bugging. Mickey Fact's verse on All the King's Men on Ransom album.
Anything on Ransom album.
80% of Rome Streets is spitting.
Anything on Rome Streets.
Like, come on, bro, stop it. This is the type of shit that annoys me,
my nigga.
Verse of the year. And we're gonna give a 20-year absence for 16. Are you shitting me?
Yeah, you threw it on there. I love it. Man.
I said you wildin' for that, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
That's my take. That is my take. That's my hill, and I'm dying on it.
Javi.
I'll say when it comes to the creative process between Hit Boy and Nas, you can tell that this is not a situation where like Nas is just buying a beat or like the label is purchasing a beat from hot producer and then they go to the lab and they cook up. This is not no email shit taking place. Like
friendship.
These guys are in the lab cooking up. Like as if I'm sitting next to Sin and I ask Sin to build me a beat. I'm of the belief that Hit Boy is building beats from scratch, or at the very least he has the stems. And if Nas hears something that he likes, he'll set it up around what Nas is comfortable with. Because we've had this conversation off air, on air about Nas's beat selection. Hit Boy is a hip hop scholar, so he's had these conversations. I'm willing to bet that he's in a situation where I'm gonna be the producer that niggas won't say the beats were bad when it comes to Nas, and you can hear that consecutive albums. These guys have made immaculate fire. I'm on record about all the crazy shit I say about Nas, but when it comes to these last 2 albums, there's nothing negative that you can say about it. The only knock I could even possibly bring up is that I was hoping that King's Disease 1 and King's Disease 2 would be more closer together sonically. It felt like after, I told Sin this off the record, that I felt like after the A Boogie record, the beat for beat selection kind of fell into more of a Nas's pocket as opposed to what King's Disease was, where Hit Boy kind of modernized Nas. You know what I mean? I felt like this project here, you know what, he maybe because they got so comfortable together that Hit Boy is now building beats to get in Nas's pocket a little bit more.
Store Run's
you know
a prime example of that.
Right. And we talk about EPMD Part 2. Like, yeah, of course I didn't like Shady's verse because we talk about it here all the time. It's about over rapping. Like this situation is
overrapped.
And it's like, I feel like Eminem doesn't give a fuck about the pocket. And I posted that on Facebook and I said, the pocket matters because I think it was Ninth Wonder, the producer himself said, pocket matters, bro. Out of 5, you know we always gotta do the star ratings. King Disease 2, Dini, out of 5, talk to me.
I'm gonna go with 4.5. I've been listening to the shit heavy. I've been listening to shit heavy.
Wait, you enunciate 4.5.
4.5. I love it. I love it.
But when I said
Okay.
flawless, you said not flawless.
It's not flawless. 5 would be flawless. It's there, bro. It's close.
It's right there.
It's
It's right there.
close to me, bro. Like he basically checked all the boxes on this album. What box did Nas not check on this album?
I
Talk
don't
to
know.
me.
There was a couple joints that I was like,
Yeah.
like brunch on Sundays. Like
Didn't need
if you name a record brunch on Sundays, it better sound like brunch on Sundays. Lit, but that song wasn't lit.
Didn't need it.
YKTV should have been brunch on Sundays.
YKTV was beautiful.
Shout out to
I love
him
that
for
record.
bringing in an A Boogie for that spot. Like last 2 albums, he's tapped into Young New York, and I love to
You
see
feel
it.
me?
Yo,
Ferg
the
too?
shit he was spitting on 40 side, like that shit, like there's some
Moments.
bars on there that just hit me, like
Right.
crazy. I'm gonna give it a good solid 4.
I think you get King Disease 1 or 4 too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're neck and neck. I need to go back and forth between the two and figure out which one I like better.
All right, I gave King's Disease the highest score on this podcast last year. For y'all swear I hate Nas, I'm gonna give it a 4.2. It's not happening this year though. I'm giving it a calm 4 out of 5. You know what I mean? I like King's Disease 1 better, but you can't take away from the lyrical flexing.
Can't.
That Nas did. The storytelling.
The swag.
He leaned into the nostalgia. He leaned
Pocket.
into the love of hip hop. He leaned into the world building on
Yes,
this project.
absolutely.
Musically, I felt like some of the beat selection, ironically with Hit Boy, some of the beats only because I liked what he did with King's Disease 1, to repeat myself from earlier. I thought he was gonna lean into that more, but I felt like he fell back into Nas's comfort zone. But after You Know the Vibe, it was just like, this is a
Yeah,
Nas
I don't
album.
I think it's like the
Yeah.
last 3 songs that
I don't
do
think
that.
that's a downside.
It's not a bad. I'm just saying. No, this is nitpicking. I'm giving it a
Okay.
4 out of 5. You know what I mean?
I think you have to close it out the way a Nas fan would have probably wanted it, though.
I just like how Nas had that bounce on King's Disease 1. He was reinvigorated. I felt like he leaned back into what he's comfortable with King's Disease 2. But 4 out of 5, fire album. And you know what? I like the fact that I would say I saw an article that said Nas is in his 2nd prime. To me, this is his 3rd prime.
Third.
He's
Third.
found it again.
Stillmatic when he came back.
I'll say this
Yeah,
again.
still mad at Godson and lost it.
There you go.
Crazy.
And I'll say this: I dropped the gauntlet on Jay-Z. Like right now, on an all-time scale, like Nas has dropped the gauntlet. Hove.